What's happening, guys? My name is Max. I'm a communication skills coach. If you didn't know, what I do for a living is I help all different types of people with their communication skills. And on this channel, I look at all different types of people's communication skills and I give you my thoughts. And that's what we're going to be doing today with Keanu Reeves. I don't know if I've really looked at him in an interview. Let's see what he does.
Good evening. Hello, New York.
Feel good, right? That's gotta feel good. They love you. We ran into each other a few months ago at a restaurant in LA. Do you remember that?
Of course I remember.
Yeah. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I saw you. I saw you eating. You were with your girlfriend, and I thought it'd be funny. I sent you over
an olive.
One olive. Yeah.
One olive. And
I go, you eat it yourself.
Yeah, you had a little.
Whatever you want. I don't want to tell you how to eat your olive. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what did we do? We sent you.
No, I'll tell you exactly what you did.
Yeah, he comes across as an interesting guy right away, right? He kind of seems like he's in his own world a little bit more. He's kind of thinking, and he's got this sort of quirkiness about him where he's really like true to the present moment, it feels like. He's like really pondering about the experience he had with Jimmy at the restaurant.
And then what did we do? We sent you.
No, I'll tell you exactly.
He's kind of like just doing his own thing in his own world. And I think when we watch that, we get the sense that he's being real. We get the sense that there's no real pretenses here. It doesn't seem like he's feigning this interaction. Like, I think there's a trust factor there.
But then here's the best of. You were leaving. There was a great guy who plays music, guitar.
Although Keanu's not looking at Jimmy when he's listening to him, you can tell that he's really processing what Jimmy's saying, right? So let's continue here.
But that really made me laugh. That was good. But then here's the best of. You were leaving. There was a great guy who plays music, guitar at the.
He's acknowledging what Jimmy's saying, not looking at him though. It's almost like if he looks at him, he might not be able to visualize the words that Jimmy's articulating. And so it's like he has to kind of look away in order to properly get that vision in his head so he can fully process it. And you can hear him say yes, like he's actively listening to Jimmy, showing his interest.
Guitar at the
without actually looking at him. So he's sort of got a different style of communication in that way. Very, again, true to him, it feels like. Very authentic to Keanu. But again, I think that all contributes to his likability. I think that all contributes to his charm, right? There's something that's not feigned and fake. You know, it's not like, oh, I'm not looking at you because I don't care about you. In fact, it's like, I'm not looking at you so I can properly process what you're saying. But again, it's like Keanu lives, it feels like, in his own world. And I think people are charmed by that.
How did you end up coming up with the storyline and everything? I mean, you just.
Where do ideas come from?
I know, yeah. Sorry, that's a very deep question.
Where do they?
Yeah.
And it came to me of just like,
But were
what
you
about a character that could punch people through the chest?
Yeah.
And then, like, what if they were half god, half immortal? And then, what if they were alive for 80,000 years? And
What would you do with this idea
if you do with that? And then be used, but then he's cursed with violence.
Again, right? He kind of makes his own world. He's like a kid who creates his own world and creates these like fun narratives in his mind. And you can tell he just wanted to go on there. He was like very locked into his train of thought. And Jimmy almost tried to add on and ask him another question, but Keanu was so locked in his thought.
What would you do with this idea if you
with that? And then be used, but then he's
very tuned in to his visions. He's very tuned into his thoughts. Kind of his world consumes him, and he's created this fun sort of childlike world for himself that he lives in.
Where do ideas come from?
There's just a lightness about him.
Gotta be a genius, because I mean, this is the fourth one, and you're still reinventing new ways to go, oh, that shot is gorgeous. How did you even come up with that? The car's on its side, the light's hitting you at a certain thing.
Yeah.
Dude, it's just your
cinema.
It really feels like cinema. It feels like you're watching, yes!
Cinema.
What can we say about...
He just seems like one of these guys that's kind of like a visionary, you know? And I love the way he expresses himself with his gestures too. He like really kind of like takes his gesturing to another level, articulates his points to the fullest. And I think as an audience, we look at that and we see, okay, this is a guy who's getting 100% into his message. Like just the way his fingers extend and move, it's almost like he's trying to get every last drop out of his mind into the world. He's like totally into it. He's like immersed, like his whole body is immersed into articulating his messages into the world. I think when we watch that, again, we look at him and we think, okay, this guy's being really genuine. Like, it feels like everything that's coming out of him is just sort of from instinct, gut. It doesn't feel like scripted or rehearsed when he's speaking.
We have Cain, we have Shimazu. So all of these different characters, it's friendship, brotherhood, father-daughter, the choices that you make, rules and consequences. Who are you, man?
Wow! Come on!
Who are we?
Woo!
And then
I want to show everyone a clip.
Yeah, he's just different, right? He's different than your sort of typical smooth, polished celebrity that we see so often, especially in Hollywood. And I think that's probably why a lot of people like Keanu. He's uniquely him.
I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Keanu Reeve.
You know, he's in his own world, and you hear Jimmy say, I want to show everyone a clip. And Keanu's like, all right.
I want to show everyone a clip.
He's not trying to be smooth. So when he reacts, it's like, okay, that's really Keanu here. Like, no one's that, like, intentionally quirky. But yeah, he's just different, man.
Keanu Reeves' John Wick Chapter 4 is in theaters and IMAX March 24th. Keanu and I are playing Pop Quiz after the break. Come on back.
Although he's still aware of the environment around him, he's still aware of Jimmy's, it's very tuned in. I think he's very tuned in to his world. And I think when we look at that as an audience, we think, okay, this guy's just being genuine. This guy's being authentic. And as a result, I can trust him. I like him. There's a likability about that. He's not trying to fool me. I think that's probably a big reason why Keanu is very likable. He kind of does have that weird quirkiness despite being this, mega celebrity. That's just cool, I think. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to watch my uncut reaction and analysis, all you need to do is go to my Patreon page. I've included the link in my description below. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you being here. I'll catch you soon. Peace.